I'm not good enough. If you're a leader, a school leader, a nursery leader, any leader, and you have recognized that feeling that you feel you're not good enough, that crushing feeling of never feeling that you can do enough, be enough, then this video is for you. You see, I've been there. I went for years doing more, trying to be more for everybody, work harder, because I never felt good enough. I never felt I knew enough. That worry that I might be found out. So in this video, you're going to find out what it feels like for those of us who feel like we are not good enough. Perhaps that's you, perhaps that's your team. That pressure that we put on ourselves, let alone the pressure that other people put on us. That pressure that you might get found out. And we're going to talk about what helps. Let's look at some solutions. You see, what I've learned, it's not necessarily about doing less. Yes, we feel like we've got too much to do and we are overwhelmed. And that helps us to feel that we're not good enough or not doing enough, not being enough. But actually, it's not about doing more. It's about understanding our value and discovering our impact, our immense worth. So if you feel like you're close to hitting that wall, if you are running on empty, are you on survival? Are you close to tears? Or are you in fight flight constantly with that level of stress? This video is for you. You see, I was a school leader, and before I burnt out, I was going at 100 miles an hour all the time. Yes, I was a people pleaser. No, I didn't have very good boundaries. But I wanted to do my best because I was passionate about what I was doing. I've loved working in schools all my adult working life, but I never felt I was good enough. But nobody would have known that because it was inside me. You see, nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about what it feels like, that overwhelming sense of feeling like you've got to do more, be more. Because what if someone finds out you don't know all the answers? I was apparently pretty successful in my roles as a leader, as a teacher. But actually, underneath, there was a sense of insignificance, a sense of what if they discover I don't know the answers that I'm supposed to know in my role? Who told me I should know all those answers? You see, I felt I always had to do more. So I stayed later and later. I worked at home. I dreamt about what might I do to find a solution. Why don't we talk about this more? You see, before I burnt out, I didn't really feel safe. But I also didn't understand that I could admit to others that I didn't know. Why can't we say, I don't know? I hope you are in an environment where you feel that you could say to a colleague, I don't know the answer to that. Can you help me with it? Or let's go and find the solution together. But there's so many schools at the moment where staff don't feel that they can do that. There are schools where they do. I've seen them. And let's celebrate them. That psychological safety, that sense of belonging. But if you're not in that place, what can we do about it? Are you going around with this mask of confidence, looking capable all day, every day? Because it is exhausting. And that is a huge, huge reason that we can move towards burnout because that level of stress, having to try to persuade others that we know what we're doing and we're okay and we're strong, we're capable, to put on that mask is exhausting. So, what I've learned is that this pressure is not actually necessarily from outside, it's from within us. Nobody else told me I had to know all the answers. No one else told me I had to do all that extra work. Yes, of course, sometimes in schools we work hard. Well, most of the time we work hard. But actually, the level of stress comes from a different place. We're setting ourselves an impossible standard with this pressure that we're putting on ourselves to be enough, to be good enough, to be seen to be confident and capable and have all the answers. And why? Because we care. We're passionate, aren't we? When we go into education, we do it because it's a vocation. We care to make a difference in the lives of these children, these families, and for our colleagues. So, what's the answer? Is it to bring in some control? What can we control in education? So, yeah, there are some things we can control and some that we can't. We can't control when Ofsted turns up. We can't control the latest expectations from the government. We can't control the next data drop that comes that we have to analyse and publish. But actually, we can control our own story. What about having an honest conversation with yourself as a step one? That honest conversation with a colleague or with a safe person. Have a look. What is your impact? What are you doing? Start to celebrate. Take a moment to see what we are doing that is good, that is changing lives, that is creating this culture in our organization, in our school. Because what are we telling others around us? Because if we constantly feel like we are not good enough, others around us are going to have that same feeling too, aren't they? So I'm going to be brave and put out there that I think the solution is to learn to value yourself. That's been my journey, to stop the self-judgment and actually to have compassion on yourself. What does that look like for you? What if you stop to think, in the last week, month, year, what impact have I had in my school? Can you imagine writing a list of things that you've done that have changed lives? From the tiniest thing, being there when a child falls over and being that safe person, being in your office when someone knocks on your door and say, I don't feel okay today, celebrating some amazing data, even for one child who makes that awesome progress. What would it be for you? Can things spring to your mind? Challenge yourself, pause here, think, have compassion on yourself and think, actually, where have I made an impact? Perhaps I am more enough than I thought. And this lie that I'm not good enough is only a lie. So this isn't about needing to do more when you don't feel good enough. It's about seeing yourself more clearly, reflecting, seeing what you are doing that makes a difference. Things that only you can do because you are you. And this sounds so simple, but let's stop that inner voice saying that we're not good enough because it is so dangerous. It's a standard that is impossible to meet. And instead remind yourself that you matter, that you are good enough because you're you and you have such value because of you bringing something to your role that no one else can bring. If this resonates and you think there's someone else who would benefit it, do share because remember, you matter.